Yep. Good, good, good. The Southwest Cyclops will look to keep things rolling after an impressive win last week over the Barrie Blizzard. On the other side of the floor, the Demons will look to keep the momentum going with their big win over Durham. Welcome inside the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena for tonight's CLax Week Number 4 opening game, featuring the 2-3 Ohsweken Demons and the 2-2 Southwest Cyclops. A big game on hand for those two teams, where they come into today's game playing each other once before. Spencer Tangway here to call today's game. Welcome inside, as I mentioned, to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena as we get ready to open up Week Number 4, halfway point in this 2016 CLax campaign. We'll take a look at how these teams are in the standings heading into today's game, as we see, of course, the Durham Turf Dogs 3-1 record, but it's Southwest who sits 2-2 in the second position, with the Demons 2-3, but a goal differential of -10, with, of course, the Lock Monsters all the way at the bottom with a record of only 1-2. So now there's a couple of things that we have to talk about heading into today's game, of course, and that is a couple big players to watch, but we'll get to those in just a second. You got to look at the battle at the dot, and that's going to be one of the keys to the game, but we'll take a look at how these two teams will meet with today's player of the games. Today, players to watch is, of course, for the Southwest Cyclops, we have to turn to Dan Keene, number 77. Dan Keene, a huge offensive threat for the Southwest Cyclops, 6 goals, but he has 11 assists as he runs the offense. He usually plays the top quarterback position, and only a minor penalty to his name. Other side of the floor, the hometown Demons. They're going to look to number 55, Vaughn Harris. Take a look at his goal count here. 14 goals in only 5 games. He has 4 assists for a grand total of 18 points. And of course, only a minor penalty for the goal scorer right there. There's a couple other things that have to stand in the way, and those, of course, are the netminders. Goaltending has been an issue for a couple of these teams, as we'll take a look at who starts in goal for each team today. For the visiting Southwest Cyclops, no one other than Grant Crowley. Grant Crowley had a huge, big performance last week at the CLax Community Center. He has a record 2-2, goals against average of just 5.37, and he'll look to make it 2 in a row for the Cyclops. Other side of the floor, though, it's Goa Abrams. Abrams making his debut for the Ohsweken Demons, as we'll take a look at who will get the first goal against Goa Abrams in his CLax debut this year. But heading onto the floor, they're the Ohsweken Demons and the Southwest Cyclops. A lot of action still to come, but we'll step aside and we'll bring you Week 4 action right here from the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena in just a few minutes. Welcome back inside of the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. We're almost set to go. Let's take a look at today's game officials. Today's crew chief is Mr. Dale Sett. On the floor official is Gord Brown. Technical official is Mark Thompson. And our 30-second shot clock operator will be between the benches in the penalty box. We'll send it down to the floor, and we'll get things started here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Let's take a look at today's keys to victories, brought to you by the JVI Sports Network. For the Southwest Cyclops, you have to be physical against these demons. You have to show that you're ready to bounce back and get that victory. And with Goa Abrams in the net for the first time, a lot of shots. Shots. Can't stress that enough. And a big face-off battle coming today. They're going to have to own the dot and definitely get the ball off the draw. But right now, we're going to send it back down to the floor for today's opening ceremonial ball drop. A nice ceremonial ball drop to start today's game. Other side of the floor, we got to look at our keys to victory for the Ohsweken Demons. Stretching the floor and really utilizing their bench. If they can stretch the floor and really start to utilize their bench and get the ball moving a lot quicker than they have been, they'll be able to get the ball inside on offense. Getting the ball inside and getting it low so they can beat Grant Crowley, who really sees the outside shots and staying out of penalty trouble. Southwest power play. A really strong power play unit with Dan Keene and Jordan Dance. We are almost set to go here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. It's the Southwest Cyclops battling the Ohsweken Demons for the second time this season. Von Harris takes to the dot against Jordan Padden. This will be that dot battle that we'll be looking at all night long. These two will be battling it out every single time we go to the dot. Good crowd on hand to kick off week number 4. Spencer Tangway here to call today's game on CLax TV1. Thanks for joining us. The whistle's blown. We're underway. Von Harris gets the opening face-off win. The Demons settling it down on offense. They go to the far wall side and just bring it all the way back up top hill. Here is Marty Hill. Comes to the near side. Screen pushes the Cyclop player all the way up top. They tried to feed that into the middle. Harris couldn't connect. And now the Cyclops have it, transitioning the other way. It's a 2-on-3. Here's Kranz. Kranz looking to get off the floor, just flips it into the middle. And Heseltine backpedals in. With the ball, that's Keene. Keene to the far side. One move, gets under him, goes to the front. Right over top of Abrams, but he just couldn't find the back of the net. Rebounds picked up by the Demons, and they settle it down, coming to the near side. Hill, he's looking to get off. They stretch the floor. Ball's up top now. Here's number 43, Mike Atwood. He's normally the draw man for the Demons, but he's also the draw man for the Saints, one of the best in the game at any level, Mike Atwood. Here's Chris Atwood now. Brothers, 77. Long outside shot. Rings the post. Goes out of play. It'll stay in possession of the Ohsweken Demons. Our first real good scoring chance of today's game. Ball's up top. They come. Looks the outside shot. That's whistling wide. Off the dasher board. Controlled. 20 on the shot clock. Atwood. The right-handed shot. Looks to fake. Uses the seal. Goes to the near side. A little bit of movement coming from the Demons. They try to thread the needle to Atwood. He gets a shot off the post. And it's picked up by Reese Board. Board running behind his own net. Just elects to give it off to Brady Heseltine. This is only the second road game for the Southwest Cyclops. They've already played 3 at the CLax Community Center, their home rink. These two teams don't like each other at all, and they're the 2 closest geographically in CLax. Long outside shot, well wide off the floor. All the way back, they have 3 on the clock. Long outside shot. Abrams steps to his left to make the save. 12 minutes, 45 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. With possession, Miller. Miller goes. And now they went through Webster Green. Down low to the far corner. Gets it back up top. Right on him. Miles trying to avoid a long shot. They get one off, but Crowley's there to make the save. Stretching the floor. Corbett couldn't connect with that pass, and he gets it. And now he's the only Cyclop there, battling 2 Demon players. Minor interference called, and they're giving the possession to the Ohsweken Demons. Only game in CLax tonight, happening right here at the ILA, the former home of the Southwest Cyclops, and before they moved to Paris. 10-second violation called, and now possession awarded to the Southwest Cyclops. Here's Matt Spanger, team captain of the 2016 Cyclops. He gets shoved, and they just settle it down by going through Daly up top. 18 on the shot clock. They're coming in with confidence. Swim move, can't get it to the middle. Dishes off to the far corner, picked up, and now they got a lot of time. Jordan Dance. Dance, one hand, goes to the far side. 5 on the shot clock through Spanger. Back up top to Kranz. Kranz tried to feed that to the Cyclop player down low, but it ends up in the stick of Goa Abrams. Demons, a mistake. They throw the ball away. Kranz collects, and they'll get a full change. With the ball, number 8, Whittaker. Whittaker goes down low on the crease. He wants it. He's wide open down low. Couldn't connect. Picks up the Lucy. 14 on the shot clock. Pass intercepted by the Demons. They're coming down 2-0 with possession. That's Tom Montour. Montour's all alone to the shot. He scores. Tom Montour gets the breakaway goal. 3:58 in. It's 1-0 for the hometown Demons. Excellent transition goal for the Ohsweken Demons. As I mentioned before the game, stretching the floor. If they can do that, they'll beat the big netminder in Grant Crowley. As Crowley uses his body well to see the outside shots, but we'll take another look here. Just excellent speed to open the floor from Tommy Montour and just beats Grant Crowley 5-hole. So 1-0 for the Demons. As Atwood, he gets sent to the floor. He won the draw, and now he's still trying to find that loose ball. Looking like Bryden Curran might get it, but no, Chris Atwood, number 77, goes behind the back, and here's Becker. Becker with 20 on the shot clock goes to the near side through Harris. Von Harris, leading goal scorer for the Ohsweken Demons with 14 tallies on the campaign already. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Jamison just sends that, connects with Atwood, gets a shot off, but Crowley's going to control the rebound. Crowley, his 4th save of the game already. We've only played 4 minutes and 51 seconds. Heseltine sets a screen for Dan Keene. Keene comes around. Backpedaling into traffic, gets it through Blair Goss. On the far side, Keene gets it back. Keene the shot. Goa Abrams slides to his right and makes the save. Dan Keene comes up top. Abrams once again, shoulder save. Individual effort here coming from Dan Keene, but now they go to the far wall. Up top, lots of room. Goss goes to the far side. They drew a penalty on the play, so the Demons are heading to the penalty box. And we're going to see our first power play look for the Ohsweken Demons with 9:32 remaining in the opening period. Minor penalty is coming against number 55, Von Harris, for the Ohsweken Demons. A high stick call. But with that, one of their key players out of the box. We'll take another look here. 55 on your screen, right there in the middle. Just looked like an innocent cross-check. Draws the eyes of the official, and we get our first power play of today's game. Keene goes to the far side for Jordan Dance. Watch these two all night long. They'll work together. Keene now to Corbett. Corbett down low. Usually that's the spot of Scott DiFrancesco, but he's out of the lineup tonight. Atwood couldn't control. Heseltine comes. He gets a shot off. Better save. Hip check from Dan Keene to get that loose ball. Keene just steps out and resets. Lots of time on the shot clock, and he's got a lot of room. Demons set up in the box formation. Up top, Dan Keene looks to shoot. Abrams steps to his right and makes the outside save. A flip pass down the floor, bounced a couple times, goes right through the Demon player of Tom Montour, and Corbett has it. Corbett up to Heseltine. Down low. 1:02 remaining in the power play. They get it on the far wall. Up top, Dance to Keene. Steps in behind the back pass to Corbett. Through Keene to the low crease. Corbett open up top, has Dan Keene as well. There's an outside shot. But for the 3rd consecutive time, they try to beat Goa Abrams on his right. Now the ball in possession of Mike Miller. Miller trying to kill off for the Demons. They have 38 on the penalty to Von Harris and 18 on the shot clock. Also in there, Ian Martin. Martin, he can't control. 2 Cyclops in there, and they get a full 30. Cyclops possession deep in their own end. We're almost halfway through the opening period. Only 1 goal in today's game. The Ohsweken Demons come into today's game allowing the league worst 15.5 goals per game. And right now, they've let in 0. So a change up on the back end in their net mining situation with 93. Goa Abrams starting today's game. Abrams played in the Senior B Lacrosse League, was a part of the President's Cup, which was held in St. Catharines earlier in September of 2015. There's a shot from the Demons, or excuse me, from the Cyclops over the net, and it's controlled by Ohsweken. Power play is over. We're back to 5-on-5 lacrosse. Ohsweken kills off their first penalty. Southwest 0 for 1. Ohsweken, of course, wearing their black uniforms with orange and fire trim with the white numbering. Southwest wearing their red with green and black trim with green numbering. 5 on the shot clock. Looking, there's a shot, rings off the left post. Ball battled for it out front of the net, and now it's all the way back to Von Harris at half. Von Harris gets shoved into the wall. They come. There's an outside shot, and it beats Grant Crowley. Joe Miracle gets that one, and it's 2-0 for the hometown Ohsweken Demons. We'll take another peek at how that one went in. Joe Miracle, his 5th goal of the campaign for his 12th point, and it is a beauty. Outside blast that went short side right here. They get the ball through Montour and Harris up top, but there's Miracle. Quick release right over the left shoulder of Grant Crowley, who possibly didn't see that one coming. But with a media timeout, we'll step aside. 6:45 remaining. 2-0 for the hometown Demons. No possible start to today's game has been better for the Ohsweken Demons. 2-0, and they have a power play coming. So a minor penalty coming to the Demons as Dale Sett, today's crew chief, calling a penalty. And now we will step aside and take today's official timeout. 2-0 Demons. The Ohsweken Demons heading to the penalty box, and it's right here. Tom Montour getting a stick right wrapped around the Cyclop player, and that is their first penalty of the game. So we'll send it to trivia now. We'll head back to 2013 for this one. Which Demon player scored 1 goal and added 4 assists for the Iroquois Ironmen in the Creators Cup Final in 2013? Be sure to tweet us your answer at JVI Video and CLax Lacrosse League. So which Demon player, 1 goal, 4 assists in that Creators Cup Final back in 2013? Back inside the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena, Harris is in the penalty box. 2-0 your score. Spencer Tangwa here to call today's game for you on JVI Video's coverage on CLax TV1. Quick underhand shot. Turned aside as Goa Abrams finds the rebound. 4-on-4 lacrosse for a minute and a half here at the ILA. So much great lacrosse history here in this building. Recently home to the International Under-19 World Lacrosse Championship, where it was Canada West coming out on top. Also home to the Minto Cup, hosted the Founders back in 2013. Lots of lacrosse played here, including major series as well. Tonight it's the home of the Demons, and now they have possession deep in their own end. Stretch pass. Daly runs through his man, no penalty coming, and the Cyclops regain. Dan Keene, he's being bothered by Montour. Heseltine goes to the far side to Daly. Blair Goss with possession. Goss, number 22, an assistant captain for the Cyclops. Pass was intended to go to Heseltine, but it's picked off, and here comes Ohsweken. Here's Ken Aaron. Ken Aaron gives it up top, and now it's at Marty Hill. Hill back down low. Aaron switch places, now in the middle. Ian Martin with it, back up top. Aaron the shot, but Crowley's way out of his net to get that one. Crowley looking down the floor, couldn't connect with Dan Keene as a great effort coming from Ken Aaron. That's a play right there that could be one of our play of the games that easily could have taken away a goal and keep the shutout alive. 4:45 remaining. Power play, a short one. Only 8 seconds remaining. They off the crossbar, they score. It looked like it hit the post and bounced out, but no. 3-0 now for the Ohsweken Demons on a beautiful snipe coming from Ohsweken. Grant Crowley, not the start he was looking for in today's game, as count that one for Corey Thompson. 3-0 for the hometown Demons here. Something they wanted. They beat the Cyclops by 2 back a month ago on January 16th. So we'll take a look here. Thompson just spins away from traffic, got around Cody Ward, and just goes over the left shoulder. 2 goals now over the left shoulder of Grant Crowley. So the penalty is about to expire to Von Harris. Southwest 0 for 1 in the power play. They get it to Corbett. Corbett behind the back try. What a stretch save from Goa Abrams. Abrams stands really wide in his net. Takes away a lot of the cage. Down low. Abrams slides and makes the save. 4:15 remaining here in this opening quarter. It's been all Goa Abrams and the Ohsweken Demons. Here's Josh Becker. Becker gets around one. Bounce and he scores. Goa Abrams and the Ohsweken Demons make it a 4-0 lead. Grant Crowley not having the debut he wanted here at the ILA in 2016. 4 goals on about 10 shots now, as this one's all Josh Becker. Gets around 2. He had Martin Whittaker right on him, but not enough as Becker finds the open hole between the legs of Grant Crowley. So Corbett wins the draw. Corbett flips it up to the captain, Matt Spanger. And now that ball just rolled on the floor, and Kranz has it. Right-handed shooter. Number 17 for the Southwest Cyclops, Jake Kranz. Far side. Kranz up top, wants it back. They flip it to Curran. He can't get it. Got to get it before it goes over and back. He does. 5 on the shot clock. And that one bounces all the way down, and it'll be in the possession of the Ohsweken Demons. So Atwood gets the assist on that 4th goal for Ohsweken. Possession now in favor of Southwest. Gage Board. Gage, who wears number 7. Reese, who wears number 16 for the Cyclops. Gage gets it back. Abrams goes down and takes away the 5-hole and makes the save. Here's Marty Hill. Hill just dishes it off. Gets it to Corey Thompson. He's got one tonight. Long outside shot. Off the end board and all the way back for an over and back violation. Good crowd on hand here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. All the fans out to support their hometown Demons. And as I mentioned, not a far drive for the Southwest fans who are from Paris, Brantford area in the Brant County. As now, Jordan Dance takes possession. He gets around his man. Dance coming in with speed. Nifty move to get around Thompson shoot, but a better save by Abrams. Abrams keeping the Demons right into today's game. All the way up top. They swing it. Reese Board didn't get it up top. They elect to go to Keene. Keene flips it down low. Heseltine makes the save, but a better read coming from Goa Abrams. Heseltine all the way up top now. Here's Dance. Dance looks to shoot. That's well wide of the net. Bounces up. Atwood wants it in the middle, but he can't get. Now he has to get back. Atwood well down the floor, almost in a cherry picking like. There's a shot off the dasher board, but that's going to stay in possession as Dan Keene's there. Dan Keene, 5 on the clock. Long blast right at the logo of the netminder. We've passed 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. 4-0 for the Ohsweken Demons. Different story than last time at the CLax Community Center. Ohsweken won that one by 2. Right now they're up by 4, and we've only played not even a quarter. Ball's in the middle, picked up by number 27, Daly. Daly still trying to find it, though, as it got knocked away, but he finds it, and they give it all the way up to Cody Ward. Ward, who wears number 11, had a really good game last week in their impressive 17-9 victory over the Barrie Blizzard. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Ward. They're going to have to turn it over as Tom Montour is sent to the ground, and now they have a stretch. Here's number 10, Wenster Green. Blast off the dasher board and all the way back up top. Here's Miracle. Miracle, the left-handed shot, but can play both hands. Gets it up top to Marty Hill. Hill, down low, Ian Martin. Martin trying to fight off Bryden Curran. They get it up, but he gets picked off, and now Southwest has it. Southwest needs to get it over, though. Only 5 seconds. They got to get the ball over. Looking like they're not going to as it's picked off by Marty Hill. Hill bounces it up, and they go east-west to Miracle. Off the bench, 2 Demon players coming. 30 on the game clock. They go through Jamison to Von Harris. Harris looking for his first tonight and his 15th of the year. Crowley makes the save, and he's looking to regain some composure. Shot clock turned off here at the ILA. 20 on the game clock. Spanger to the far side. Abrams doesn't bite, and Pike couldn't beat him. Through the crease called. 12.8 remaining. And Von Harris has it. One last shot coming for the Demons. Harris gets around Matt Spanger, and now he's just going to check up. They give it to Montour, who winds, but a better save from Grant Crowley to end the opening quarter. What an opening quarter here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. The score, the Demons 4 and the Cyclops nothing. We'll come back with second quarter action in just a minute. With a quarter in the books, be sure to tweet us who you think today's 3 stars of the game will be. First, second, and third still need to be determined as we've only played 15 minutes, but be sure to tweet us at JVI Video and we'll get to today's 3 stars of today's game. Opening quarter saw a lot, but it also saw a huge save coming from Goa Abrams, many to be exact. The shots haven't been announced yet, but Abrams and Grant Crowley each faced, I would say, about 12, 13 shots, but the score 4-0 for the Ohsweken Demons. Second quarter action underway, and it's picked up by Southwest. It's Bryden Curran. Face-off battle leaning towards Southwest as they won about 60% of the draw so far. Daly gets it to the middle, picked off by Ohsweken, and here they come again. Von Harris, who we talked about before today's game, looking for his 15th goal in only 6 games this year already. Big battle in front of the Demons bench, and it's looking like we're going to get a fight possibly as Corbett and Harris have some words for each other, but not much coming from it, just minor penalties probably, as Corbett and Harris each going off for their team respectively. So we'll play 4-on-4 lacrosse, and I believe possession will be going to the Southwest Cyclops as the original call was in favor of Southwest. Take another look at how this started right here. Just to the right of the bench, Harris gets thrown to the ground, and then Corbett's on top of him, and these two are just going at it. They went at it at the draw a couple times tonight already. But Liam Patton's been taking the majority of the draws for Southwest. As a confusion happening as they blew in the play with Southwest having 5 on the floor, so too many. Obviously, Southwest not trying to do it on purpose, but Ohsweken complaining that they are. So a minute and 57 remaining in the penalties as they ran the clock for 3 seconds during that confusion. Now we'll play 4-on-4. Dance gets it to the far side. Coming on top of the dotted line, he gets it back. Dance Looks to beat his man, but a better defensive slide coming from the Demons. Back up top. That pass was intended for Jordan Dance, out of the reach. And now they come back. Over and back's the call. Thompson's going to pick it up, and they'll begin. Here's Corey Thompson. Thompson, nifty behind the back connection with the captain. Captain is Tom Montour. Grant Crowley on his knees, picked up by number 10 for the Ohsweken Demons, and that's Wenster Green. Through Montour. Montour gets it. They get it right in the crease of Grant Crowley, and that slid through. Picking it up is Mike Miller. Miller on his wrong hand to Green. Outside underhand shot, easily seen by Crowley, but the rebound goes right back to Tom Montour. Montour, he cuts to the middle. He can't get anything going. A minute exactly gone in the penalties. 4-on-4 lacrosse. The only game tonight in CLax, with a couple others this weekend on Super Bowl Sunday. 13:08, long blast. That's well wide of the net, and Crowley's just going to step out and get that loosey. Here's Blair Goss. Goss to the middle through Dan Keene, who just goes down and goes for a change. Good move by Southwest to get away from traffic. With it is Brady Heseltine. Heseltine down low, sets a seal. There's a shot around the seal, controlled by Goa Abrams, who's been absolutely lights out in today's start. His first start in 2016 for CLax and for the Ohsweken Demons. With possession, that is Ian Martin. Martin, always an offensive threat for the Demons. Battle for it. Atwood runs through his man. Gauge board slow to get up, and he's calling a penalty. Actually, no, not a penalty, just a minor possession. It leads to a breakaway the other way. Corbett had an empty left side of the cage, but he just shoots it wide. He had Abrams fooled, but just couldn't connect with the back of the net. With possession, Becker wants it on the near side. He's up top. Long outside shot, winding up, but they elect to go to Thompson, who shoots it off a couple of legs. Thompson picks it up behind the back. He'll score. Corey Thompson, an absolute beauty off the crossbar, off the back of Grant Crowley, who doesn't believe it himself. And Corey Thompson, one of the goals of the year so far, gets his second tonight, and it's a beauty. We'll take another peek at how that one went in. Corey Thompson, watch the original shot. It's a kind of a confusion where he finds it, goes behind the back, off the crossbar, off Crowley and in. 5 consecutive goals to open up today's game for the Demons. And now, 5-0 the lead. We're only 3 minutes deep here in the second quarter. And it's Dan Keene. Keene, who runs down low, backpedals out, just flips it, and now with possession, that's number 8, Martin Whittaker. Whittaker to Dance. Dance the long blast, but Abrams steps and makes the save. Public address announcer today is Jim Lowe. Pumping up the crowd as Montour comes running in. That one's picked right up out of the air by the Demons offense. Behind the back try again. That one, though, from Joe Miracle. Miracle gets his own rebound. Back up top. Ian Martin. Martin. Far side. Shot. Better save from Grant Crowley. 10:50 remaining in the second quarter. Here comes Bryden Curran. Not much coming from the Southwest offense tonight, as that's a real waste of a 30. Outside shot. One of the keys to the game for the Southwest Cyclops was shooting, but they have to be a lot better and a lot smarter with their shot selection there, as that one came from approximately 25 feet out on a 3-on-2. 10:20 remaining here at the ILA in the second quarter. Lone game tonight. There's a long blast. Off the sidewall, picked up by Southwest, and Corbett's back one-on-one. He's got to get around Von Harris. Harris throws a shoulder. Corbett the shot. Better save from Goa Abrams. Transition lacrosse, back all the way up to Chris Atwood. Atwood connects to the far side. Atwood, the right-handed shot, played for a lot of teams in his junior career. Won a Founders Cup, of course, right here at the ILA for the Six Nations Rebels. Rebels, one of the most successful junior lacrosse franchises in all of Ontario, all of Canada, and we could almost say all the world. There's a shot, turned aside by the right arm, for the save, and being sent to the floor was Jordy Jones-Smith, just trying to go hard to the net. Ball's back with Chris Atwood. Atwood, bounce pass off the turf here at the ILA to Elijah Printup. There's a shot and they score. Grant Crowley was screened by it looked like his own defender. And when they released the shot, Crowley didn't even move. The ball went right past him on his left side. And now it's 6-0. We may have to see a goaltending change if I'm the head coach of Tony Caravello. Take a peek at how this one went in. Right here, it's a blast starting with Printup, just sliding the ball east-west, and it's a quick release coming off the stick of number 11 for the Ohsweken Demons. So it's actually Wenster Green they give the goal to. So Wenster Green is first of tonight's game, and they give the lone assist to Printup, which makes sense. Here's Montour. Montour gets thrown to the ground. No arm goes up, but they're calling him on a crease violation as it looked like Southwest just got away with murder there. They try to stretch the floor and go east-west across the crease. Doesn't work. Back comes Montour and he scores! Montour stares down Grant Crowley after the goal, and it's 7-0 for the Demons. $7-0 the score as Grant Crowley walks to the bench as the Southwest Cyclops have called their first timeout of today's game. We'll step aside. The score 7-0 in favor of the hometown Demons. Here's a look at the 7th goal. Just a minute before this, Tom Montour got absolutely thrown to the ground, and that stare right there after that 5-hole says it all. Montour and the Demons up by 7. If you're just joining us, the score is 7-0 for the hometown Demons. If you remember, just a couple weeks ago in Week 1, the score was a 2-goal deficit, 15-13 for the Ohsweken Demons at the CLax. This time, though, 7-0 to start today's game as Grant Crowley makes his second straight start. Here's Curran. Curran comes in, the shot, and he scores. Bryden Curran gets the opening goal for the Southwest Cyclops on an looked like a 1-0 streak where they had some assistance coming. Bryden Curran beats Goa Abrams between the legs. So what a goal there by Bryden Curran. So we take a look. He's ready to go get another one, but here's how he got the first. Finds that Lucy at half, and when he just gets going, he just finds the quick 5-hole release, and that beats Abrams on his left leg. So the opening goal for the Southwest Cyclops took 22 minutes and a little bit of change, but they finally found that opening tally, and they're climbing back. Lead cut down to 6. There's an outside shot, and once they get one, they're going to get another one. Dan Keene, the player of the watch, gets an outside blast for his 7th of the season. Dan Keene, the associate captain and one of the key players in today's game, beats Abrams, a 5-hole blast once again. Let's take another look. 77 right there. One quick step, 5-hole. Beats Abrams as he went down, but not in time. So now, here's Matt Spanger, a little bit of spark coming from the Southwest Cyclops, as with possession is Jordy Jones-Smith. Jordy Jones-Smith backpedaling, getting away from Tom Montour. They come up top. Dan Keene. Keene goes to the far side, all the way up top. Matt Spanger the shot. They tried to go 5-hole, but a better save from Goa Abrams. Halfway through the second quarter, 7-2 the score. Much more respectable now as Matt Spanger give and go. Long blast. Outside his crease is the netminder, Goa Abrams. Loose ball, foot race for it. Grant Crowley trying to reach out of his net. Nifty little one-hand pickup by him to get control, and the Southwest Cyclops come over half. Montour bothering Dan Keene, but Keene playing a little bit of one-on-one style with him. Pick coming there from Whittaker. Looks to use the screen outside blast. Gets a piece of Abrams and they get a reset. Flipping it up the floor. Von Harris running after it. Excuse me, that's Miller. Miller the shot. Better save by Grant Crowley, who didn't bite at all. Crowley, one of his first big saves of today's game. Looking to find some rhythm and momentum between the pipes. Gets it to Dan Keene. And a goaltending show starting to come here at the ILA. Up top, Pike the shot. Abrams slides and makes the save, going from his left to his right. And with that, a timeout coming with 6:23 remaining in the second quarter. 7-2 the score. We'll step aside. You're watching live coverage of Ohsweken and Southwest on CLax 1. Couple other games happening this weekend in CLax, the fourth and halfway point week on Super Bowl Sunday. Afternoon contest for you happening in the Barry Molson Center. It's the very same Southwest Cyclops battling the Barry Blizzard. In the Niagara region, at the Meridian Center, home of the Niagara Ice Dogs, the Lock Monsters take over and they'll be playing host to the top team, the Durham Turf Dogs, where last week it was the Durham Turf Dogs who beat Niagara by a final score of 14-13. That was back in the opening week at the General Motors Center. So that'll be a repeat and their second battle of the season. Outside shot, rebound control by Ian Martin. Martin goes in, and he tried to go at the left hand of Grant Crowley. Thanks for tuning in here of today's live coverage of today's CLax lacrosse game. Ohsweken hosting Southwest. Dance, cuts to the middle, just couldn't get it over the shoulder of Goa Abrams. Abrams really clicking and bringing a lot of fantasy points. The players and fans who selected him today as his first start for the Ohsweken Demons. 5.5 remaining here in the second quarter, 7-2 the score. Atwood threads the needle to the middle, but Grant Crowley makes the save on his knees. Atwood tried to go 5-hole, but Crowley's down again. Atwood finds the loosey. Bouncer goes wide of the cage. Loose ball picked up by Brady Heseltine. And Heseltine, just being watched by Chris Atwood, elects to dish it off to Gage Board. Here's Board. Goes to the far side. Long wind-up blast, and Dan Keene, 7-3. Keene gets his second in a row from the exact same spot on the floor. Abrams gets beat, but you can't blame the netminder on this one. We'll take a peek. Watch how much room Dan Keene has on this long blast from outside the dotted line. He must have a couple of miles here. 1, 2, 3 at least feet and 3 steps that he takes to beat Goa Abrams over the shoulder. as the score now 7-3. And if you're just walking in the ILA or tuning us in, you would think it's a lot closer game than it was just a few minutes ago. Ball up top, Tom Montour long outside shot. Rebound picked up off the glass by Elijah Printup, the Niagara-on-the-Lake Thunderhawk Junior B player. He was coached by Chrysler, who's also the coach of the Thunderhawks and the Ohsweken Demons. Here's Jordan Patton. Patton spinning away from the captain, Tom Montour. Loose ball controlled by Goa Abrams. Montour, of course, a President's Cup champion and the Six Nations Riverman who won that back in late August, early September at the Jack Gatecliff Arena, one of the most iconic hockey arenas in the Niagara region, home of lacrosse this year, where the Junior A Athletics played and hosted the Presidents. Hill looks to shoot. Nice feed to Miracle, but Crowley's out and makes the shoulder save. Just under 4 and change to play here at the ILA Lacrosse in our first half. Lots of highlights coming your way and stats heading into the break. There's an outside shot turned aside by Grant Crowley. Up top. Really settling it down. With possession. Demons just trying to settle down on offense as they go with Jamieson, who goes to the bench side. Thompson, long blast. That's well wide of the net. Bounces all the way up, will be over and back. And the Southwest Cyclops will take it. Three minutes, 18 seconds remaining here into the second quarter. 7-3 the score. Possession awarded to the Southwest Cyclops deep into the Ohsweken Demon end. He's got 2 tonight. Dan Keene, crisscross, and what a cross-crease pass right there to make it a 7-4 game. Keene got it to Dance, and Dance slid that one across. And I believe that's Cody Ward who made that a 7-4 game on the tic-tac-toe finish. So just like that, this could be one of the plays of the game. Well, Keene steps around his man, goes across the crease to the streaking in Ward, who beats Goa Abrams sliding to his right. Miller for the Demons trying to get a goal. They haven't got one in over 6 minutes time now. They got the opening 7, but the Southwest Cyclops replied with 4 of their own to cut the lead to 3. Printup to the middle. Montour gets shoved to the ground. No call. The call on the field is that Southwest gets possession on a crease violation. Here's Bryden Curran. Curran. 2.5 remaining in the game clock. Just runs it behind the net, being chased by Tom Montour. Up to Brady Heseltine. And now Blair Goss. With possession, Gage Board. They only have 3 on the clock. Looking for an outside blast. Heseltine wide and no shot coming, so a shot clock violation. .25 on the shot clock. 2:14 left in today's opening half here at the ILA. Be sure to tweet us your 3-star selections at JVI Video, as we've seen a opening half of 11 goals already. But right now, here's Vaughn Harris. That one squeaked through as Grant Crowley pats his defender, number 22, Blair Goss, on the back for saving that one. Also, be sure to tweet who you think had 1 goal and 4 assists. He's a Demon, but he was an Iroquois Ironman back in 2013. Right here at the ILA, he was the champion as the Iroquois Ironman defeated the Toronto Shooting Stars 14-11. And this Demon player had 1 goal, 4 assists back in that game in 2013. Tweet at JVI Video who you think that player is. 1:20 remaining. Southwest gets it back up top. They go to the far side. Long blast. Kick save coming. Dan Keene trying to find that Lucy, but Ohsweken has control. Long stretch pass. Connects, and Kyle Jamieson. Cody Jamieson, of course, in the National Lacrosse League. Kyle right here on the Ohsweken Demons. 50 on the clock. Corey Thompson, he's got 2 tonight, looking for his hat trick. Crowley makes the save on Chris Atwood. And now, number 7, Gage Board, finds that Lucy. Crowley staying in his net. And the Southwest Cyclops electing to play the final 30 with only 5 on the floor. Here's Dan Keene. A 13-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. 8 on the shot clock now. Dan Keene spins away from Chris Atwood. They need a shot, but Keene picks it up off the floor again. Long blast, well wide. And for a second straight time, shot clock violation. And with that, Ohsweken takes a timeout with 13.1 to go for a 7-4 lead. They'll talk about it for 13.1. But a reminder, be sure to tweet us who you think your 3 stars of today's game is. Also, tweet us today's trivia question, which was, which Demon player in 2013 was an Iroquois Ironman and had 1 goal and 4 assists? We'll take a look right here as this last save by Grant Crowley. And this was Von Harris, who just got around Blair Goss. But watch this. Between the legs, you see it just sitting on the line. Blair Goss helping the netminder out and diving between Crowley's legs. So if you're watching the opening quarter, Grant Crowley had an awful start to today's game, allowing 4 on approximately 12 shots. Unlike him to start a game like that, but he's bounced right back, allowing only 3 in the second and making some amazing standout saves. Crowley, his second straight start for the Southwest Cyclops. He was huge in their 17-9 victory over the Barrie Blizzard a week ago, which you saw on CLax 2. So the net's empty. Abrams on the bench, 6 on 5. Here's Von Harris. Harris, far side. Back to Harris. They only have 5 on the clock. Harris down low. Couldn't connect with Josh Becker. Becker has to get it to the middle. The horn sounds. And as they get a shot off, it did not come in time. So it is halftime. The score right now is 7 for the hometown Ohsweken Demons, 4 for the visiting Southwest Cyclops. As the teams step off, they're going to head to the locker room and figure out what needs to change and what needs to get going for the second half here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. And actually, as the teams head off, a minor penalty was going on the board to the Southwest number 17, Jake Kranz. So we'll get that figured out. But it's 7-4 for the Ohsweken Demons here on the JVI Sports Network, CLax TV1. We're 60 seconds away from the second half, but it was January 16th, the first meeting between these two teams. The Demons with a 15-13 win. Jake Lazor picked up the win. Crowley got the loss. But Jay Wasson a big night, 6 points. Jeff McNulty also had 5. And Jordan Dance on the other side, 3 goals, 1 assist, with Patrick Corbett also 3 and 1. Take a look at how that game folded and played out at the CLax Community Center. It was the Demons who fell behind early. 2-0 Cyclops got out, but it was 2-2 after 15 minutes of play. Later on in that game, that's when the Demons really grabbed a hold of the lead and they never let go. They were up as much as 5. And with that, rough stuff ensued, and even a couple pushing and shovings and an injury on that play. But it was the 15-13 final that happened on the 16th of January back at the CLax Community Center. The score after halftime right now, though, is 7-4 in favor of the Ohsweken Demons. So we'll take a couple quick looks here, as this was a beautiful goal that happened right here. So 14:45 remaining in the third quarter. Atwood with possession. Here's Harris. Harris gets it back through Atwood. Atwood dishes off to Harris. And now Matt Spanger. Spanger, he's breaking 2-on-1. Spanger's got Corbett. Gives it to him. Pat Corbett tried to just go high left, but a better save coming off the left arm of Goa Abrams. Fans purchasing balls for tonight's ball toss right below me. A good crowd on hand here at the ILA. One of the few arenas in Ontario that's just lacrosse. As Chris Atwood, who calls this place home, lights the lamp once again tonight. 8-4 now as Ohsweken gets a power play marker. Chris Atwood, 10 goals coming into tonight's contest. He's got 2 for 12 on the season now and 16 points. So with that one, Chris Atwood makes it an 8-4, and they double the lead once again. Take a look here. Number 77, the right-handed shot, just utilizes his underhand blast, and he goes between the legs of Grant Crowley. 13:45 remaining in the third quarter. Our opening goal in favor of the Ohsweken Demons, similar to the first half. Ohsweken opened up with 7 of their own, and now they've got their 8th. They thread the needle. Abrams made the save, but it squeaks behind him, picked up by the Demons defender. Here comes Ohsweken. Stretch pass, and it's controlled. Here's Jordan Thomas, 62. Thomas bounce pass, and he goes off. Corey Thompson gets it on the near side. Corey Thompson got 2 tonight, looking for his 3rd. He's got one of the play of the game candidates. We'll get that later on in today's game. We'll also get to today's trivia contest answer. And now, the ball is coming up the near side with Dan Keene. Keene on the floor, bounce pass to Gage Board. Board steps to the middle. They go to Brady Heseltine. Heseltine gets it swiped away by Josh Becker. And they stretch the floor. Long lob pass. Chris Atwood. Can he do it again? No. Better save by Grant Crowley. And the ball is being battled for. Atwood picks it up. Atwood regains possession. Full 30. And Ohsweken gets a change. Atwood slowly jogging his way to the bench. With possession now. It's up top on the near side. Vaughn Harris. Vaughn Harris just dishes it up top. Long blast coming right to Ian Martin, but Martin couldn't get a good shot off. Diving out was Marty Hill, who finds that loose ball. Hill's being bothered by Whittaker. Whittaker sends Hill to the ground. Dale Sett, today's crew chief, said that hit Grant Crowley, so a full 30 coming. Not sure if I agree with Dale Sett on that call. 3:15 gone here in the third quarter. Harris, that one's shot on the near side, tried to go on the left post, short side, misses wide. Up top, here's Wenster Green. Green to Print Up. Elijah Print Up goes low, beats Heseltine, stretches in, but Dale Set calls him on the crease violation. Southwest coming in over half. They're getting fresh legs on. They dish it and just play a hidden ball trick with Pike and Dance. Possession is with Pike. Spencer Pike goes down low. Couldn't connect with Matt Spanger, the captain. Up top to Pike. 8 on the shot clock. Pike, swim move, gets it around Miller, but just a lob shot. Wasted 30. Here's the captain, Tom Montour. Thompson gets it on the near side. Thompson gets sent to the ground. Atwood had to stretch out to make that catch. They go back down low to Corey Thompson, who's looking for his third. Thompson's got some time and space, but a better save from the left shoulder of Crowley. Ball controlled by Josh Becker. Twist past Mike Atwood. I thought he had a clear shot, but he didn't even have the ball. Atwood coming in, trying to throw Spanger to the ground, but Spanger just bounces it on the floor to Daly. Here's Connor Daly. Daly, number 27 red, gets it to the near side. 4.5 gone as we approach 5 minutes played here in this third quarter. Very quick game tonight at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena, the only one on the schedule tonight. 2 to come on Super Bowl Sunday. Dale Set making a penalty call, which will be against the Ohsweken Demons. Power play coming to the Southwest Cyclops. So with the power play coming, the Demons head off on a minor penalty for slashing, and it's going against number 17. We'll take another look. It's a one-hand slash right there on the offhand as he caught Liam Patton on the hand. So a slashing call at 5:08 of the third quarter. Ball up top. Here's Keene. Keene plays catch. Jordan Dance on the near side wants it. They elect to try to feed that through, but he can't get it. Stretch shot off and gets it through Jordan Dance. Gage board is back, and they'll get a full 30 and come back on the power play. Southwest still looking for the first power play goal of tonight's contest. Here's Gage Board. Board through Heseltine. Board looks, gives it back to Heseltine, who's up top, down low, up top to Dan Keene. Keene, and he scores. It's a low bouncer, but that's Daly now. Connor Daly, 27, back to 5-on-5. Goes down low to the corner. Ball's up top. And now with a little bit of spark and momentum, Southwest really starting to pick up their offense. Coming off the bench, couldn't connect with Jordy Jones-Smith. Picked it up. He's got it now. Jones-Smith tried to go 5-0. Crashes in to Goa Abrams. Demons, and they're coming back one-on-one. He'll just pull out and allow more Demons to come in as Harris is here on the near side. Harris. And as in their 4 games this season. So as we take another look here, Jordan Dance, one battle continues. In there's number 62, Jordan. As we have 7.5 remaining in the set. Our TV timeout. Back inside of the ILA, here's today's trivia question. Which Demon player scored 1 goal and added 4 helpers for the Iroquois Ironmen back in 2013 for the Creators Cup Final? Today's answer, of course, Chris Atwood, 77 for the Ohsweken Demons. He is a champion back in 2013 for the Iroquois Ironmen, and he had 1 and 4 if you were here at the ILA, when the final score was Iroquois 14, Shooting Stars of Toronto 11. So back inside of the ILA, the score 8-6 in favor of right there Atwood and the Ohsweken Demons. As we'll take another look right here. Battle continues for it. And back they come the other way. It's Jordan Dance putting it home past the netminder Goa Abrams. That's the 6th and the last goal to make it a 2-goal deficit. The game started off a blowout, 7-0 early in that second quarter, but now it's only a 2-goal game as Grant Crowley's really settled down, put all the goals behind him, and he's only allowed 1 the rest of the way. Kranz is going off for a change. He just elects to give a bounce pass east-west across the floor, and now it's in possession, Jordan Dance. Dance, 2 seals coming for him. He gets caught up in traffic. Loose ball picked up on the turf by Ian Martin. Martin, he gets shoved down. Now they go to the bench. No too many men. A good change, and they score. Excellent change and an excellent transition goal as Southwest got caught back halfway up the turf. And with that, Thompson puts it home, and they score. 9-6 the score. That's just a bad break and a bad error for the Southwest Cyclops. They could have had this loose ball, 2 of them on it, but Ian Martin just finds the streaking Demon player who's off the bench wide open, all alone. Watch here again. Cyclops not getting back hard enough. As with the Demons' goal, it's their 2nd and their 1st of the half. So now it's a 3-goal lead, 9-6 Demons. Daly picked up, as we just heard the announcement from the public address announcer, Jim Lowe, here today at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. 2-on-1 back the other way. Miller, good back pressure and back check coming. The Six Nations Fire Department on hand. Help to celebrate today's game with us, as this is the... Up top, he comes to Chris Atwood. Clock. Atwood needs a long blast, but no shooting lane. Ball back. East-west pass. Like into the middle. Twist shot. Dan Key gives it back. Room. That shot. An injured Jordan Dance gets up. Slow to go to the bench. Side through Josh Becker. Welcome back inside the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. We'll take a look at what a call could have been a goal. The official weighs this one off, but watch the line. The official said no, it's an outside shot. We'll take a look right here. As we can see, Thompson's blocking our view right now, but right here, that's on the line right now. We'll see if the ball can keep going. And if it does, that could go in, and that looks to be still on the line. It's inconclusive from that view, but it looks like it's inside the post. The referees waved it off. As we'll take another look again, right on the line. Still can't see anything there, but we'll try to get it. As Thompson, and we see the ball on the line. The official call was no goal. As Corbett comes right off the draw and they score. 9-7 the score. Corbett gets the opening goal just 7 seconds in to open the fourth quarter. If you blink, you miss that one. Corbett comes off the draw that he won, picks up his own loose ball, and he scores on the left shoulder of Goa Abrams. So a few technical difficulties, but we welcome all the viewers back inside the ILA. 9-7 the score if you're just joining us. Spencer Tangway here to call tonight's game for you at the ILA. We'll have 2 more games to talk about on Sunday afternoon, Super Bowl Sunday. Then we'll let you be to get to your Super Bowl party. And you could cheer on either the Broncos or the Panthers. But I'm not going to be any fan to choose for you, but I'm going to say go Panthers right now. As Harris comes in. Harris, there's a shot. Turned aside by Grant Crowley. With 50 seconds played here in the fourth quarter. This game means a lot in the standings. These two teams separated by just a loss. There's a shot off the dasher board. Dan Keene picks it up top. They crisscross, go east-west across the floor. Heseltine. There's a shot. Abrams steps to his right and makes the save. Jamison gets it up to Miller. Miller loses it in the center floor. Southwest coming back the other way. 3-on-3 across the attack line. Individual effort by Spencer Pike. But Goa Abrams makes the save. Very fast-paced lacrosse here. Here's Wenster Green. He's got 1 tonight and a couple assists. There's a shot. Crowley to his knee and make the save. We talked about earlier in the broadcast that penalties are going to have to be coming down if teams want to play even strength lacrosse and really show their talents. And tonight, it's proven that it's working. 9-7 our score and a few penalties only to show on today's score sheet. A few games in CLax already have drawn a few score sheets and a lot of penalties. But tonight, only a couple minors. As Southwest tried to jump in. Up top, 15 on the clock. Kranz loses possession, picked up. And now it's back up top. 8 on the shot clock, bench side. With possession is number 7, Gage Board. Board gave it off to Daly, 3 on the clock. They'll roll it into the corner, and they won't get the siren of the shot clock as Ohsweken picks it up first. Here's Ohsweken's Vaughn Harris. Harris, tonight's player to watch. Looking to stretch this lead to 3. They had a 7-0 lead. People are so unannounced here at the ILA tonight. Off to Corbett. Just backpedaling. And the deep, but that's turned aside by Grant Crowley. 11:20 remaining here in the fourth. We'll get to today's play of the game in a few minutes later on in today's game. Lots to choose from. but I'm pretty sure we already know our close call of the game as we try to take a look at that for you to start the fourth. Tweet us if you think it's in at JVI Video. I personally think that was in, but the referees on the floor had a much better look and much more reffing experience than I do. Said no goal. And our replay operator Jeremy Hogle thought it was in as well. So 10 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the fourth. 9-7, a two-goal game. Who would have thought it was 7-0 back in the first? Defensive lacrosse game. We've had games that hit 36 goals combined. Right now we're only at 16. Backpedaling out of traffic is Corey Thompson. Thompson still with it. He's only got 2 tonight. He'd like a hat trick. Shot turned aside by Crowley, who steps out of the crease and makes the save. Crowley looking into the bench, connects. 3-on-2 they come. Here comes Southwest. Kranz. No clear shooting lane, so he just takes pressure and goes back up top and finds Whittaker. Penalty coming. Jake Kranz off. And now the Ohsweken Demons back to the power play. Jake Kranz goes off. I'm not sure what the minor penalties call is, but they're going to call it tripping. So Gord Brown, today's official, calls it tripping. And with that, with 9:59 remaining in the fourth quarter, Demons power play led by Chris Atwood. Atwood through Marty Hill. They swing it to Von Harris. Back up top, Harris gives it to Atwood. Atwood with the yellow head on the stick tonight. Cross crease. They're stretching the floor east to west to open Atwood up top. But Crowley's down low to make the save. Crowley from his knees finds Matt Spanger. Spanger coming in, he scores! Matt Spanger from Grant Crowley. That is absolutely perfection. Shorthanded tally, 9-8 the score. The highlight usually shows the goal, but if we could get a look at the goaltender of Grant Crowley making that pass, it's unbelievable. Spanger picks up his 5th of the year for 6 points already in 5 games. Crowley from his knees on this blast. Watch this pass. Just chucks it down the floor right on a string. Spanger breaks in and just a quick release. Abrams didn't even move. Too late on the movement. And now we got ourselves a game. 7-0, if you could believe it. And now it's 9-8. The comeback kids, or the comeback Cyclops, here at the ILA tonight. 9 minutes still to play, though. Lots of lacrosse still to write in today's chapter here at the ILA. Bounce shot coming, and the Demons regain that 2-goal lead. Mike Miller gets that outside blast. So a tough one for Grant Crowley there. It's one of the hardest shots to save as a netminder. Any goalie will tell you they hate shots at the hips. And this is a low bouncer off the turf. Crowley's in position, but just an absolute snipe from Mike Miller to make that. Spins out of traffic. He got away from Jordy Jones-Smith and Corbett. Bounce pass up to Atwood. Atwood down low into the corner. Josh Becker gets it up top. Becker, the shot, he scores! The crowd right back into it here at the ILA. Becker gets an open shooting lane and he releases. It's 11-8. Who would have thought? If you blinked just for a couple seconds, you would have thought it's still 9-8. But within 15 seconds of each other, two Ohsweken Demons goal, and now 11-8 the score. .20 on the game clock. The score is 11-8. The score sheet. Relatively quiet tonight. He put up 14 in their opening 5 games. But it's been the play of Atwood, the play of Becker coming as we see a beautiful goal, and it's his third of the night for the hat trick here at the ILA. Corey Thompson, one of the goal candidates and one of our play candidates for sure tonight. So Corey Thompson, take a look at this one. 3 Cyclops on him. He says, I'll just jump around Crowley and go short side. One of the most impossible shots you could ever do. And he executes it like it's nothing. Diving, goes back short side, and gets away from 3 Cyclops. Here they come again. Something sparked on the Demon bench. Possibly a fire that lit those jerseys, as the flames are on the bottom of their sweaters. 7:27 to go. 12-8. They started the game with 7. They really looked flat in the middle portion, but in the fourth, they're coming alive again. Here they come. Crowley makes the save. He almost put it in his own net, but that one's close. And the official, Dale Sett, takes a pause. We'll step aside. 12-8. We'll bring you home after this little break.
And make sure you can join next month, Friday, February 12th at 7:30 p.m. as your Ohsweken Demons will be in action against Niagara Law rosters right here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Tickets start from as low as $9 in advance and $3 at the door for adults, or $5 in advance and $6 at the door for children and seniors. This fan service is food purposes at CLax.com for more details. Just a reminder, fans, there will be an autograph session after the game with your favorite Demon players. Tonight, Luke Smith, Marty Hill, Tori Van Everett, and Mike Miller will be available in the concourse after the game to sign autographs. So make sure you grab your autograph cards from the fans.
So the Ohsweken Demons have been electric, and here is today's play of the game. We just saw it happen, and that is, of course, Corey Thompson, 42. It's his third of the game, and it's a beautiful one. Crease dive, but most crease dive, you see the player elect to go to the far side. Not tonight. He's going to the short side through the play of the game and through Southwest Cyclops. So congratulations, number 40, Thompson. It's his third of the game, and that one secures him today's play of the game. Be sure to tweet us who you think today's 3 stars of the game will be at JVI Video. We'll get to those in momentarily. Congratulations, Kennedy Diet. He got Chris Atwood correct in today's trivia question. As there's a shot turned aside by the right leg of the netminder, Goa Abrams. Loose ball picked up by the Cyclops. Up top, Heseltine the shot turned aside by Goa Abrams. Loose ball picked up. Here's Von Harris. Harris comes to the middle. Had 5-hole, but Grant Crowley down to make the save. Loose ball picked up by Miracle. There's a shot turned aside by Crowley. Loose ball picked up, and now Miracle and the Demons really controlling this fourth quarter. Loose ball and a quick shot off the left post. 6 minutes exactly remaining. Demons still have possession. They've got 4 consecutive goals to stretch this lead to 12-8. It was 9-8 just, it seems, a couple seconds ago, but now it's 12-8. Southwest coming back, trying to secure some more possession time in the offensive end. They have not spent much time down here, as now they turn it over, and back comes a 2-on-1 the other way. Montour and Jameson. To Jameson, couldn't connect. Probably should have shot that, but he elected to go to Jameson, who didn't expect it coming where it did. Back up the floor, Dan Keene. 5:10 remaining. Might see a few timeouts here. And now, all up top, Southwest with the ball. Shot turned aside. As we take a look, as you see on the graphic, Ohsweken with 12, Southwest with 8, as they almost made it 12-9 and cut the lead to 3. Loose ball, shot, as this has been a really fast transitional game late here in the fourth. Only 4 and a little change remaining. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk about the 2 other games a little later on in the broadcast that are happening here to conclude the halfway point in our 4th week here in the CLax 2016 season. Ball's up top. Here's Heseltine. Heseltine gets it up top to Jordan Dance. Dance spins away from traffic and not a penalty, a minor infraction coming. So possession awarded to the Demons. Atwood finds Martin. Martin finds it. Better save from the right knee. And out Becker. Becker gets it up to Harris. Crowley makes the save, but he puts it in his own net on the tip. 13th goal, and that one makes it a 5-goal lead. Vaughn Harris, there is his 15th goal of the season, and it's a beauty. Goal scorers like to score goals, and it's not very often he's not on the score sheet. So we'll take another look. Harris just cuts to the middle, and he finds Grant Crowley out of position. There they come again. Loose ball. 2 Cyclops battling for it. Atwood, but it's picked up by Jake Kranz. Kranz gets the ball up. Here's Corbett. Corbett, far side. Quick release. He gets Abrams down, and they score. The Cyclops, Dan Keene, makes it a 13-9 game. Dan Keene, of course, very offensive, a transition player, but I don't think it's going to be enough, as the score right now is 13-9. As we'll take another look, Corbett stretches to the far side, and it's Goa Abrams sliding across, just couldn't get up in time, but better patience from Dan Keene there to wait for Abrams to slide across. Loose ball battle on the near side, picked up by Matt Spanger. Spanger, he has possession. Spanger goes off for a change, and now they come to the near side. Dan Keene. Down low, back up top, Dan Keene. Long shot, Keene scores! Dan Keene, underhand blast. Might have just earned him a star of the game as he gets his 3rd or 4th tonight. A long outside shot, beats the netminder at his right foot. Take another look, long outside blast. Goa Abrams almost got a piece of it, but it's the hardest spot on a netminder to stop. So 2 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. The game is all of a sudden coming together, 13-10. 2 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. Anything can happen. Southwest on defense trying to get themselves back tied up. Another close battle between these 2 arch rivals. And now, shot clock violation. Possession awarded to the Cyclops. Here's a 6-on-5 look. Back 200 feet. Grant Crowley on the bench. Dan Keene, Heseltine came on off the bench. This will be their big opportunity to make it a 2-goal game. Heseltine the shot. Better save coming from Abrams. They throw it up. Becker's out of the reach, and that's going all the way back. Dan Keene's there. Up top, here comes Dan Keene. Keene, pass intercepted. Jameson's got it. He finds Becker. Becker's in on a lone. He'll just throw it into the empty cage, and Josh Becker makes it 14-10. So the 14th goal, an empty net goal, and in sports, that's the nail in the coffin normally. As Grant Crowley makes the walk of shame back between the net. It's just a bad turnover caused by Dan Keene, and Keene regrets making the pass, slow to get back, but that one will be the 14th goal for the Ohsweken Demons. Here comes Corbett. Corbett shot, standing tall Abrams. Abrams, his CLax debut tonight. Rookie in goal tonight for the Demons. Only allowing 10. A minute remaining here in the fourth. Hometown Demons fans looking like they'll get their third win of the campaign and improve to 3-3. Ohsweken, though, will fall to 2-3 unless a miracle happens here. Heading off to the penalty box is Wenster Green, a penalty that will see a man-up opportunity as we take a look right here. Here's the holding call. Just held on to his man a little too long in that loose ball battle along the far wall. So with that, minor penalty for holding. 57.7 remaining on the game clock. Only a few more shots can come in tonight's broadcast. Don't forget, couple more games happening on the JVI Sports Network and CLax TV 1 and 2 on Super Bowl Sunday. Outside shot turned aside by Goa Abrams. Abrams up to his feet. Looks for Tommy Montour. It's out of the reach, and that one will go over the head of Crowley, who turns around and gets it off the back glass. Heseltine up top. Heseltine gets it up top to Dan Keene. Keene looks to shoot, elects to pass instead. Off the glass, they find it. Abrams goes down and makes the save. Battle continues, 10 on the shot, 10 on the game clock, Up top, Dan Keene. Keene, the shot, he snipes. Dan Keene gets another goal. That's his third consecutive goal for the Southwest Cyclops, and it's a power play marker with 8.1 remaining here on the game clock at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. It's one of those goals that Dan Keene will say, yes, thank you very much, but it's not going to mean anything as the score is 14-11. But let's take a look. Keene, lots of room, just finds that top left corner. So Super Bowl Sunday, please note the Barry Molson Center game between the Cyclops and the Blizzard is on CLax 2, not CLax 1. As we head back to the floor, some rough stuff ensuing. Montour sent Bryden Curran to the ground. So Curran's on the ground, and Montour and Miller got sent to the ground there. They have some words, but the officials jump in. So Montour, as the horn sounds, heads off, and Curran heads off. So the score at the end will be 14-11, your final score here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. We'll try to get you another look as we'll take a look at what happened here at the end of today's game. Curran and Miller, and now Montour get into it, and then Miller sends Curran to the ground. The players come in together, and after all of that, Curran's on the ground, but we do know the final score is 14-11 here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. So there's a lot to talk about after today's game. It's the second time these two teams met. Fans leave happy here from the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. The Demons get that 3-goal victory, which I'm sure the coaching staff will have to look at the tape again. But the final score of 14-11, it was 7-0 at a point for the Demons. So to only win by 3, they're going to have to look at the tape and figure out what needs to change on the defensive end of the floor, as the Demons will be off for the rest of the Super Bowl weekend. Couple other games happening, as I mentioned, on CLax 2. Please note, CLax 2, the Barrie Blizzard are home to the Southwest Cyclops. 1:55 p.m. will be online. Once again, please note, CLax 2 from the Barrie Molson Center. And in the Golden Horseshoe at the Niagara region, it's the Meridian Center playing host the Niagara Lock Monsters and the Durham Turf Dogs on CLax 1. Please note, CLax 1, not CLax 2. So those two games still to come on Super Bowl Sunday. Hope you enjoyed this one here, as we'll take a look at the 3-star selections. Tonight's 3 stars selected by you, the fans, on JVI Video, and tonight's 3rd star, Goa Abrams from the Ohsweken Demons. No official stats yet, but Abrams, probably a 40-save performance or more, came into today's game and picked up his first CLax win here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Tonight's 2nd star, Dan Keene, finished the game with 3 goals of his own and had a lot of helpers. A very good performance from Dan Keene and the Ohsweken Demons, and the Southwest Cyclops, but it wasn't enough. 1st star tonight, and that's coming from the Ohsweken Demons. He had tonight's first play of the game, and he's tonight's 1st star, Corey Thompson. Thompson, 3 goals of his own, 2 beautiful ones, but the 3rd one is a goal you'll want to watch again, as we'll get it for you. But the final score, 14-11. Thompson, the play of the game. Demons get the big victory here on home floor to start week number 4 here at the ILA. We thank you for watching today's broadcast here on CLax TV 1. This has been a Canadian Lacrosse League broadcast. Spencer Tankway signing off on behalf of our director and producer Alex Frazzo and the rest of the crew. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in Barrie and Niagara.